Hello, I'm Bekopin, and you are watching Rappler. Our guest today on this episode of Rappler Talk Entertainment truly does not need any long introduction, so please help me welcome live on Rappler this year's Venice Film Festival Best Actor awardee, Mr. John Arcilla. Hello, John. Kamusta?
Yes, hello, hello, hello. Good day to everyone, and I feel good. I feel nice, and I hope you do too. I mean, everyone who are actually watching. So I hope and wish that you have a good day despite this pandemic that is actually happening all over the globe.
The dystopian world that we live in, no? Nag-sync in na ba na Best Actor, Venice Film Festival?
Yes, 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 naman. It is just that you're still high because whether we like it or not, I mean, every actor has a dream, and this is one of the biggest dreams that one actor, not only me, would have. So when your name was mentioned there, and well, I haven't seen my cup yet, but that's one of the most precious thing that I can receive as an actor. I mean, the moment I saw my face speaking on that screen, I know it landed. It is just that you cannot really contain this kind of happiness that it actually happened. It's already mine. I'm one of those. I'm already in that roster of those quote unquote great actors that I admire,
Yeah.
and then my name is already there. So I mean, yeah, 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 yeah. It's not too soon to sink, but you also want it to sink because that's been your dream for so long. I mean, for so long as an actor, yes.
Parang it's both. You're floating, but you want to ground yourself because you want to enjoy, syempre, di ba, this achievement.
Well, one thing is I'm a grounded person. I mean, I mean that should not definitely it will open a lot of or I can it will open doors for me. I don't know
Yes.
how many that could be, but definitely it's I'm welcoming whatever is going to happen, and I will really seek, and really go there and find what it can bring me. The other opportunities that it can actually give me. So I'm ready for that, and I'm willing to go through that
Alam mo,
and
John,
to
kasi
to to,
parang,
to walk through
yes,
that
go ahead.
path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, in this pandemic, I feel like we have, in the Philippines especially, di ba, parang ang kaunti ng shared victories natin. And this is, I think, one of them. Siguro one of the more recent ones was our first Olympic gold. Tapos parang ito shared
Yeah.
victory din siya in a way. But for you, on a personal level, like what does it mean for you to be honored in such a huge platform such as the Venice Film Festival?
You know what? This is a shared victory. You know what? I'm my film is telling a story about Filipinos, and all my sources came from my experiences in this country. So I cannot just claim that it is just my victory and my success. All my inspirations were my family and all the people around me, my co-actors, and all the people that I admire in this industry, and there are a lot of people who actually joined me in this journey. I mean, even my staff, no, and my companions in my in this work. So those are people who actually brought me where I am right now. So it is a all the resources that actually I used for this particular uh, project characterization came from experiences in my country, in the Philippines, and the things that I saw and that I grew up with. So definitely, this success is not just mine, but this is a success of all the people who are actually uh, part of this particular story. And this is us. It's all about Filipinos, and it's about us. So it's a collective success, but it is just that it was channeled through me, and the cup is mine to
Right.
my keep, but it is for everyone. I mean, all the Filipinos are my inspirations. I mean, all my co-actors are also my inspirations. Now, if this one can open a door, no, to many more Filipino actors, and this if this one can give confidence to them to do more great works and projects, so that we can continuously be there on the world stage and the world screen. So it's such a nice victory. It is such a
Yeah.
nice achievement for everyone.
That's beautiful nga kasi like etched there is of course your name, but beside your name is the Philippines or the Philippine flag,
And
diba? So
and yeah, and you know why I'm so happy about it? It is a cup. You know, the symbol of cup, diba? The cup of
yeah,
life. And it is such a milestone that it's a culmination of such works I've done, of my
yeah,
journey as an actor, and it's a cup. It's like you it no and it doesn't it's not like, but it is a symbol of a championship. No, not that that you were championed for what you have
yeah,
done, and what you have reached. So it's such a very wonderful symbol, a gift, and of achievement. So I'm so happy about it. It's an affirmation of what you have reached in your
yeah,
field. That
yeah,
golden cup.
yeah. I personally
It's
can't wait for you to actually see it in person. So bilisan na nila direct bumuwi dito ng Pilipinas. Dalhin na nila yung
yeah.
ano, yung cup na yan. Huwag na sila mag-ano doon. Direct kung nanonood kayo, huwag na kayo masyadong ano, magpamamasyal sa Italy, right? Straight to Manila na kayo. Okay, so The Missing Eight, OTJ The Missing Eight, will be airing as a series in Asia and the Philippines via HBO Go. So at this point, yung available to stream pa for Filipinos is just one-fourth of the movie, 'di ba? So I was talking to friends and they were like, one-fourth pa lang daw napapanood nila ng movie. Gets na daw nila kung bakit ka nanalo ng Best Actor. Pero
Really?
siguro konting deep dive tayo kay Sisoy. Sino ba si Sisoy?
Actually, Sisoy is not an intellectual. He is a media man, but he's more of how do we call it? A street smart person. He's
Yeah.
intelligent, above average. He's a media man, but he is a small town superstar, or a small town star, as an anchor in a radio station, and a journalist. Now, a journalist turned radio anchor, but at the same time, professionally, he's really a journalist. And he has, I think. He is very provincial. His idealisms. He's the one who is so prone to idolize a person, a
Mm.
friend. Mostly kasi medyo yung mga people who actually did not born in city, in metropolitan area. They are so prone to be more parang conservative. So I think as jolly and as not as flamboyant and as colorful as he has that kind of provincial kind of thinking. So he's very idealistic in that kind of point of view. But then when he found out a crime, uh, his provincial idealism actually saved him to confront
Mm.
the situation. So it is his flaw, and at the same time, it is the one who saved him because he confronted it ideally like a best friend to the instigator of the crime, without him being parang so aware that the friend and that mentor he is trying to deal with is will not really play with him. I mean, he's trying to bank on the relationship, but of course, because he thought that's the ideal. But there's a demon, there's a bigger monster that he's actually trying to. It's like David and Goliath that he's trying to
Yeah.
deal with, and he
Yeah.
is not already. Is really very aware about how big it is, and that actually saved him because he confronted it, and even if he found out that this is a friend, he pursued in his provincial mind that uh, it should be the right thing to do. So he has to pursue. But then Sisoy is not a developed uh, character yet. Actually, he has a very complete arc because he changed
Uh huh.
from this person to a different level of persona. But then it stopped. The story stopped there. I think he will develop more as a character if the story of Sisoy will pursue
Yeah.
maybe for more series and stories. But to his end, he just ended up like uh, caught in a web, and he thought he is just dealing with a small thing, crisis in his mind and in his town,
Right.
without actually seeing that what is he is dealing with is just a
Yeah.
microcosm of a bigger society, which is
Right.
actually the main source of this little crisis that he thought he is
Yeah.
trying to solve.
Right. I didn't think of it that way. That like his idealism in a way helped him cope with. Kasi ang over without spoilers sana no. Parang ang overwhelming kasi 'di ba? Parang as the movie or in this case the series progresses, parang tama nga, parang pa-zoom out and then like he realizes, oh gosh, this is a bigger web than I actually
Yeah,
signed up for.
yeah,
Um when I was watching the movie and the series later on, when it was through screeners and when several of my colleagues in media actually watched the first episode, I think the general comment was it was kind of difficult to watch because it was very true or close to our own experiences in news
you've watched
journalism.
the whole
So how,
thing. You've watched the whole thing.
yes, yes. We,
Okay,
we
okay.
we watched it last year. I think the rough cut
Mm.
as a two-part movie, and then we watched uh some media were given screeners for the rest of the series. Um, so for Cisa, like, did you how did you prepare to portray him? Like, did you study Filipino journalists or foreign
No,
journalists? I don't know.
because I like what I've said to some journalists. Journalists are just like actors, no? There's this principle that I've learned as an actor that uh, uh, you are 1,000 times better than the best actor you want to be. That
Mm-hmm.
means even if my idol is, I want to be as popular and as good as Robert De Niro, I cannot be Robert De Niro at all because I have a different universe with
Yeah.
Robert De Niro. He was brought up in this kind of society, within this kind of family, with this kind of culture and beliefs. I was born here in on the other side of the world, and I was brought up by different people and family, and I have my own little universe. So
Mm.
definitely, my sources will be different from the sources of Robert De Niro. So I cannot be him, and I
Mm.
cannot reach his famosity or his success. But I can even exceed that
Right.
because
Right.
maybe I can find something within my source that make me. But I'm talking about possibilities. No, I'm not talking that I cannot
Yeah.
exceed. I can exceed him. I'm talking, but
Uh-uh.
as an actor using my own resources, I can even be a better John Arcilla, and who knows the the success that I will achieve and I will reach is much more better than my idols, because
Yeah.
my resources is different from their resources, and that's also true with uh, uh, a journalist. A journalist will be good and not so good according to who they are. There is no such thing for me as a theory about that this is how to be a good journalist, or this is how to be a good actor. It will depend on your personality and how you deal with your life and how you deal with truth and how you deal with expressing that truth and this and channeling it to through your resources to to
Mm.
to 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 reach your audience and to tell the
Yeah.
truth according to your to your uh, uh, according to your
World.
style,
Yeah.
according to your style. So so I just took some examples or some nuances from some popular journalists and the radio anchors that I know, and then
Mm.
and I just mixed it with my own. And one good thing is I love playing with voice, because I'm also a voice actor.
Mm.
Aside from being a stage and film actor, so I love playing with my voice. And usually anchors are very distinct with each other because of their voices, no? And
Yes.
sometimes people draw into their programs because of their voice and the way they play with their voice. So it's nice that I also like that, and I was able to use that.
Yeah.
Um, so when it comes to characterization, I just mix some of the nuances of some existing uh, s- anchors that I know, and I mix it with mine. But if you're going to
Yeah.
think about it, there are a lot of Sisoys already in our minds. There
Yes.
are a lot of Sisoys with the same stories. In my mind, there's a lot of Sisoy, so it doesn't really it's not hard for me to play it, because I know a lot of anchors already and how they
Yeah.
deal with situations.
Right.
It is that these seesaws have different names, so I just have to
Yeah.
fill in the blanks, what the scene requires, what the story
Yeah.
requires, and just mix some nuances and some things from the common things I know. But
Eh,
I have to put
yeah.
I have to breathe through him, and he has to breathe through me. I want to make him also an original rather than
Right.
a molded character of someone else.
Right. I think what's tricky about the missing eight now, because it is very rooted in real life events in the Philippines and realities in Philippine journalism. Pero yun nga, parang I think you and the rest of the cast, you managed not to turn it into caricature. Like it wasn't like a parody of an existing Filipino journalist. Like it almost felt like Sisoy was actually like I could actually open the radio and hear a Sisoy or Sisoy specifically speaking on the
I
radio.
want him to be like that. I don't want him to be a Ted Pailon or somebody else that we know. I
Mm-mm.
want I might get or try to get some nuances from other people I know, even an action star, no, but
Mm-mm.
those are just on the pegs, and that it not actually parang how do we call it, uh
You
hindi
didn't
niya
plan to mold it after that person.
or hindi niya denominate. It did not actually dominated
Okay.
my interpretation of Sisoy.
Right. What is the hardest part about portraying Sisoy? Like, you don't need to mention specific scenes kasi again, as I
Yeah,
mentioned, tatlong episodes pa yung hindi ume-ere or hindi pa nagsispeak
yeah,
sa
yeah, yeah,
Philippines. But
yeah.
what was the most difficult part about portraying Sisoy?
My style as an actor is I don't make things difficult. all the requirements already there when you read the script, because I usually read the script before the shoot, the tapings. I want it to be with me for at least a month, so I can really study the
Mm.
character and study, or where are the possibilities. If he's not going to do this, what is if he's going to do that, what will he do? Usually, as a character, I'm open for anything. Um, the hardest thing is not actually with him, because I always look for what will make me more relaxed doing this and all the
Mm.
requirements. But what is difficult is that uh, an Erik Matti film is always challenging. I don't.
Uh-huh.
Again, I don't use difficult because I don't want to. I don't want to put that word into my mind while if I'm
Yeah.
while I'm doing something, even a regular daily thing. I don't want to use the word difficult. So, but very challenging in a sense that when you are in front of Erik Matti's production or uh, scene, there are a lot of crisis going on inside this person's character, in his mind, in his emotion, and physically. It
Yeah.
I this is my fourth film with Erik Matti, and it as an actor, it will actually extract all your resources from the physical acting to emotional to mental to
Mm.
cerebral acting. And for me, that is a very, very exciting challenge for an
Right.
actor. So I'm happy doing it with him. But
Yeah.
he doesn't even push me or pull me to do that. But it's already there. Eh?
It's
It's
part of
just
the
actually
package.
it's part of the package. It's part of the story, and a lot of things are going on in the character's mind and in the character's heart and in the character's. One good thing about, and sometimes I also regret it, about Eric. He doesn't want dramatics. He just
Mm.
want things natural. He doesn't indulge in dramas. He
Yeah.
wants to make it and I also like that. So there are scenes that my there are scenes that my tears really fell, but he cut it and he did not before my before no during the scene, during the shoot, it happened and he took it. But the
Uh-huh.
editing, he will only
Mm.
um parang isasali lang niya, no, the part that
Mm-mm.
you are about to cry, but the
Right.
falling you will cut. May ganon siya. So ganon. So I that's my style as an actor. I don't make it difficult for me. I have to make
Yeah.
it easy and relax so that it will breathe through me and I can breathe through the character.
Right. Would you say director Erik Matti is an actor's director? Kasi nga parang napansin ko a lot of his films have ensemble casts, but he manages to make sure that everyone shines without without roles necessarily like hindi nag-aagawan. Pero everyone has like every character is fleshed out.
I don't know. The answer is I don't know. But definitely, that's also one thing that I've noticed. No, even sabi ko, wow. Yung na lang preso scene, ano? Yung preso scene. I mean, wala
Uh-uh.
kang makikitang madidistract ka na. Bakit naman ganun yung ganun? Etc. I mean, it's so amazing. The scene is so amazing. Everyone is moving. Everyone is acting. Even the bit rollers is so believable. Di ba? And I don't know
It
if, if,
feels
if, if
lived in.
yeah. Maybe it's really his magic. No, I really
Mm-mm.
don't know. But if because an actor's director, I don't know. I don't categorize director. Maybe they have styles that I
Yeah.
don't want to put names on. But that's really his magic. You know what? I think even my sins, no, he will just say that this, and then yeah. Okay, I can. Ganun kami ni Eric eh. I can understand what he wants to say even before he say it. I'm just looking at him and I'm just observing him. I don't know because I have already read it in the
Yes.
script, and he's the one actually also wrote it. I mean, of course, may si ano yon si of course
Michiko.
si Michiko yon. Pero ibig sabihin malaking influence niya
Yes.
dun sa mga sa lahat ng stories niya when it comes to product Erik Matti's production. So kaya
Right.
kumbaga, just reading it, you have already getting how he wants it to happen. And
Right. Right.
one amazing thing about his production is the way he handles and he plays with angles and cameras.
Mm.
He composes different angles and positions of cameras differently in every scene, in every different production I did with him. No, nothing is dull. Nothing is boring. Every time there is something new and something fresh and something different. He's always on his toe. He's always on the go. He's always
Yes.
energetic. I don't know where he's getting those energy.
I have the
And it's
very same
impact.
question.
Yeah, at nakakaano, alam mo, yun, nakakahawa. It's
Yes.
so
Yes.
nakakahawa.
It's the
Alam mo yung
environment that he builds.
umaga pa lang kahit inaantok ka.
Wala
Yeah,
kang choice kundi maging ano din,
even
pumantay
early
kay
in the
Direk.
morning, he is up and about.
Okay, one thing that surprised me though from the press conference a few days ago, ahead of the premiere, was when he was asked about advocacy. Like, Direk Eric was very honest. No, no, he doesn't. When he makes movies, like, that's not a thing that he really considers. He just wants to tell stories. But how is it for you? Like, when you choose your projects, when you study Sisoy, for example, like, is that something active in your head na there's an advocacy behind this, or I have a personal advocacy connected to the story, connected to the character?
I believe him that it is not an advocacy and that he's just telling stories because he just loves characters and he wants to
Yeah.
explore where a certain character will go. And I believe him.
Yeah.
He has this gamut of crisis of every person and every scene in his mind, and he's so insatiable and it's so wide and so many. It's so admirable. I'm really wondering how and why. And I love him for being like that. And I believe that this is not really an advocacy. But you know what? You cannot. It maybe will become an advocacy because it is talking about crime and
Yeah.
corruptions. So when the
Yeah.
film is about crime, but if you're going to think about it, Erik Matti do horrors. So sorry,
Yeah.
there's a lot of he do horrors, he do fantasy, and then he
Yeah.
does boy girl relationship
Yes. Coming of age.
rom-com,
Yes.
diba? Coming of age. So I think it is not very conscious of him that I'm going to enlighten the people so that they will revolt. I don't think there's something like that. But
Yeah.
if this film will show you what is happening and this is what is going on, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, what will you do something about it? I mean, if
Yeah.
you saw yourself there and if you saw the relevance of that particular movie in what's going on in your country, it is what it is. It is not
Right.
even a conscious effort to do it, and that goes with me. It is
Right.
already there. I don't need to push it.
Right.
It's
Right.
already in the
Right.
story. Thank you. It's already in the story. Thank you. But I don't need to push it because it's already
Right.
there. So
Right.
it will be
Right.
just up to the audience if they want to do something about it. But for me, I just wish that if they will see something about the relevance of the film, I wish people will really talk and do something about it because if people will just stop there watching and not doing anything about it, this kind of crisis, this kind of corruption and crime will not just stay, but it will worsen.
Right.
Now, so
Right.
so yeah, so for me, it also goes with the choices of a director. If he chooses this kind of film, maybe it is not an advocacy, but if it has that kind of effect, I mean, he just chose it.
Right. Right. I also wonder, I want to zoom out lang a little, no? Because you already talked about your personal philosophy when it comes to acting. But what first drew you to acting? Like, or at what age did you realize that, this is what I want to do professionally? I want to learn this. I want to hone this craft of mine.
That's really funny because you know what? Since I was young, me and my cousins are always playing heroes.
Uh,
My eldest cousin will be Superman. My other cousin will be the Flash. My other cousin will the Justice League. And I always want to be
uh,
Flash. I always want to be
uh-huh.
Flash, and because I was the youngest. I am the youngest in our clan. They will always tell me, "No, no, no, you're not Flash. You are Hawk." I don't like to be Hawk. No, you're Hawk. So I will always play the Hawk, even though I want the Flash. No, Ati Carol is the Flash, not you. Okay, so I want to be a Green Lantern. No, Ati Tita is Green Lantern, not you. So you are Hawk. Okay, I will a Hawk. So I will play the Hawk. So we always play that, and there are a lot of we actually explore. We even go to at the back of our house, and then we do our caves. We mock mountains and springs. We connect the hose from the gripo, and then we make our man-made falls at the back of our house, and then we will get some butete and some little fishes sa gutter, and then we put them there. I mean, we do that, and then we act like we are hunters and we are ano treasure hunters, mga ganyan ganyan. Since I was young, we're doing that. Um, and when we transferred from Manila, because I was born in Manila, during the martial law, we transferred to Baler Aurora, to my mom's land, to
Mm.
my mom's province, and I think my imagination grew much how do we call it, powerful, because suddenly from the city, as a city boy, we were transferred to a land in, and I we resided in a house in the middle of coconut plantation
Yeah,
with no other house. Your neighbor is 1 kilometer away.
right.
so
Literally
so
more
uh,
space for imagination.
Yeah, yeah, and all my friends became my dogs. The dogs became my first pet was actually a hen, and these are my playmates while I was growing up. And then every night I will watch myself on the ceiling. Naalala ko nga yung ano yung Gambit, Queen's Gambit. You remember
Yes.
the
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
movie?
That scene where
when
she
when she, when she
imagines
was
the
watching,
movements. Yes.
imagine that was me when I was young. But what I'm seeing is me playing different characters on that stage and playing different roles on that screen. And I am actually shaking hands with people. I am singing. I am acting. I am orating. I am declaiming. And people are actually hugging me, and they're shaking hands with me. In fact, there is this one position that I was like that during my uh, those nights. I do that every night before I sleep, and I can see that. And you know what? I don't know. No, I really don't know. I don't want you to think that this is bola or this is magical or I don't know. But all the things that I've seen happen to me. When I was even young, I was actually looking at that Moro Moro, no? Yung Moro Moro, what's the comedia? I was in
Mm.
grade 3 and I was watching that comedia. That comedia was actually being sponsored and organized by one barangay in Baler Aurora. And only the people from that barangay can play characters on that Moro Moro or that. I'm from the town, so I cannot join them because it's exclusively for them. So I really wish every time I watch it, sabi ko, I wish I am that prince of the Christians. I was so passionate watching it and dreaming to be that role. But it will not ever happen because it is exclusively for a particular barangay. Anyway, you know what? Um, when I was older, I had a show with that it's a corporate show that stance that I saw in my dream, I was captured it in on the camera. Sabi ko, wow, this shot is very familiar. I've seen this when I was young on our ceiling. And then, you know what? There was this book my sister Hilda gave me, and it is a very colorful, beautifully published book about Walang Sugat. No, Walang Sugat. It is
Mm.
one of the Kundimans of Severino Reyes in full beautiful colors. And I was 9 years old. I was reading it in English, and then sabi ko, you know what? Nung I ano the ending, I read the ending. Sabi ko, I will not do this character, or if I will do this character, I will not do what he did to his girlfriend. Sabi ko, I don't like the ending as early as 9 years old. You know what? When I was already an actor in CCP, I became that that character in Walang Sugat. And then, you
The
know what? I
yeah.
represented the Philippines in 1993 in Paris. I played the prince of the Comedia as the prince
Right.
in Orosman at Satira. I played Orosman, and I played that in Theater Le Rompois. The Theater Le Rompois is where Laurence Olivier performed his plays, and I played
Mm.
there as the prince of the Christians in a Comedia. And
Yeah.
so things actually I've already spoke about it when I was young, and it all
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. I guess some people really are just meant to be something or be this specific to take this specific path.
You know
Is
that
that
my
how you
first
see it?
I don't know. I think it is in the I think they call it. I took kasi some ano in 1990 I was already an adult. I took this workshop, and there's this thing called Kriya Shakti, when you visualize what and you do what you want to be and you want to have. You visualize it
Mm.
and you do it. No, I think is that I think it's very effective to me. Do you know that in my first Best Actor award in
Yeah.
1986 in Mulanay, I've been memorizing my acceptance speech even before I was nominated. Sabi ko, if I'm going to be nominated, this is what I'm going to say if I will win. And it happened. I won, and I said the exact thing speech I've memorized. It also happened here when
Right. I was gonna
it's
say because you were
months.
posting about it.
Yes. As as um as early as it was announced in September.
Mm.
When was that? As early as it was announced is in August. I've
Yes.
already wrote a speech, and I've already memorized it. I have been memorizing it. Just stopped. I just stopped memorizing it when I found out that I cannot come because we
Mm.
cannot get a permit to home quarantine instead, or to at least
Mm.
give us some allowance to just stay in a hotel for 5 to 7 days upon coming back and flying back to the Philippines. So I hindi ko na siya yung pag-memorize ko nung sasabihin ko, hindi ko na tinuloy. And then itinuloy ko na lang siya ulit nung parang naisip ko na malapit na yung yun na nga, yung malapit na. So, kaya lang, nung minemorize ko siya, 9 minutes yung minemorize ko na yun eh. So, pinaiksi ko, naging 6 minutes. Tapos sabi ko, kailangan ko pang paiksiyan, and then yan, naging 4 minutes. Kaya yung speech ko actually dun sa screen is more on trying to edit it rather than really feeling it to that
Right.
particular night.
Okay. I
And
wonder,
it
like, how
happened!
do you?
And it
Yeah. I
happened!
know. Yun nga eh. Pero when I saw your Instagram post after the win was announced, I was like, wow. Like, diba? Parang the uncanniness of you posting about all the previous winners, like just hoping and thinking positively na, like I would love to be part of that long list
Yeah,
of best actors. I wonder now that you talk about like your childhood, dreaming of portraying these roles. How would he take where you are now? Diba? Parang fresh off winning at Venice Film. Like, would he believe that, decades later, we will win one of the biggest prizes at Venice?
Yes, yes, we are there now. We are already there. I mean, there's no stopping us. I mean, we have a very colorful culture, and and you know what? I mean, we are now on the map of the world stage and the world screen. Uh, People will be. It's been a long time that we are part
Right,
of several
right,
uh, global film awards, and
right,
we've been noticed by a lot of film
right,
luminaries and film organizers, festivals all around the globe. So
right,
the fact that we just don't uh, go there as participants, but also as winners.
right,
I
right.
think
Parang,
it will really make this organizers and the world the global film community to really notice us.
right. Yung maganda ang lumabas na narrative, John, sa after your win was announced, it wasn't so much that it's parang people were saying that yes, that it was an exemplary performance, but the Philippines has so much more to offer. Like if you look into Philippine cinema more, so in a way it's opening opportunities not just for you, but for a lot of actors, directors, creatives in the Philippines, diba? Uh, yeah,
You know what? I think one of the reasons kasi our uh, the other films that we competed are really big budgeted. You know, these are
right.
films. These are big films, and we only have this budget. So whether we like it or not, it is beautifully made. I believe in Erik Matti. I believe in Don Monteverde. But you know what? If it is really small budgeted, it will look like a small budgeted. So if so I mean, you know, like the Dune, yung kung ano yung tingnan mo naman yung mga compete namin kung gaano kalalaking
Oo,
pelikula.
oo,
So
oo.
and then suddenly there's this parang a story about this small town ano. So parang I think it has something to do with that too. But you know what? It's really impossible that they have not noticed what we offered them. There was a 5 minutes standing ovation when they saw it.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Without spoiling anything, obviously, kasi again, the latter three-fourths of the movie has yet to stream in the Philippines. Did, two questions siguro. Did Sisoy find peace of mind by the end of the missing eight? Or does it even matter? Like the way you know Sisoy, because you lived him for several months, years even, diba? In the
It is
shooting, in the
just the
post-production.
beginning of another chapter in his life. It is just a beginning of another longer chapter in his life. It is just an awakening. It
So
is just
ibig
the
sabihin
beginning. It's
nito,
not, yeah.
does does this mean that the OTJ world will be even bigger after the missing eight? Are
That's
there
the
discussions?
that's the first plan, because what
Okay.
I did was just part of the five supposedly five series film project.
Yes.
That my the one I did,
Yes.
and then I will go through another four supposedly.
Okay.
There's another four series that the life of Sisoy will continue. Four more films about Sisoy. And then sa second ang alam ko, magmi-meet na kami ni ni Dennis Trillo. And we will really kasi I baka ma-spoil. Anyway,
Ah, sige.
so
Oh.
and then so
Wait na
and then and
magkikita.
so on and so forth. And so on and so forth. Pero they were not able to pull that up because
Yeah.
for 3 years of making this film, I think they became short of budget. So that's it. So
Okay.
it stopped there.
I mean,
But
but already
Sisoy
it's an
is
epic
just
story.
yeah, it's just about to bloom. It's just about to
Right, right,
start and to
right.
open his mind.
I think yun nga yung intriguing sa ending ng The Missing Eight. Parang wala kaming specifics ha, so wag kayo mag-alala, we're not spoiling anything. But the feeling is there's so much more that can happen or that could
Yeah.
happen. to Sisoy and other characters in the movie. Okay, so when the cop finally arrives in Manila, I imagine carefully brought by hand by Direct
Yes,
Eric
yes.
and the team.
Please, Eric, please handle it with care.
Kung nanonood ka, Direct Eric, bilisan na natin, di ba? But what are you gonna do? Like, how do you think that moment will play out?
I'm so very, very excited. But they will arrive here kasi on the 20th of September pa eh. So I don't want to have this agony of waiting for that cup, no? So I just I mean, time will come, it will land my hand. And even before they arrive on the 20th, they will still stay for another 14 days or so, or 10 to 14 days in the hotel.
Let's
Sabi ko,
write
okay,
this
what
for.
will I do is just to request them to put my cup on the lobby, and I will, at the lobby, and I will get it, please. That's my first plan. But then kasi when I ano kasi I spoke to with Don, he told me that kasi I requested, sabi ko please, sabi ko I want to react that particular moment that I was holding it, I'm
Yes.
holding it and I'm kissing it on a red carpet. So sabi niya, oh sige, let's do that and let's simulate, sabi niya, the background of Venice. So I'm waiting patiently that the I will see my cup on that particular pictorial, and I will kiss it passionately, and finally I will bring it home. Oh, I can't wait for that
I,
moment.
I,
Grabe, 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 grabe. This is so amazing. Nangyari?
And I am finally back. I apologize for that moment. These live interviews tend to go crazy sometimes. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, John, for your time. I know it's medyo intense yung schedule mo today, plus you're in a lock-in shoot. If they want to watch your award-winning performance, where can they watch The Missing Eight?
Download HBO Go and I think HBO Asia, and you can watch it actually in HBO Asia if you already have it. But download the app HBO Go, and it is a six-part series, OTJ one and two. So those who have already seen the OTJ one, it was actually edited in such a way that uh, Eric puts the other scenes that they deleted or they cut for the first showing of OTJ2. So there will be something new and something
Right.
different and additional spice for the OTJ1. And then after OTJ1, before they can watch the OTJ2. But if you want to watch the OTJ, I think they can already watch the OTJ2 from 1 to 2
Right,
sa
right.
HBO Go.
Right. If you're watching the series, I suggest people watch 1 and 2 pa rin. Kasi like, nabanggit na ni John, may mga dagdag na scenes, and then they'll help you
Yeah.
understand the characters better, and it'll prep you for The Missing Eight din. Kasi ang lalalim na mga kwento eh. This is a question from social media actually. Are there now plans to submit the film for Oscar consideration? I'm guessing this person means either in like you mean Best Picture or also or as a representative of the Philippines. So
I really
I
hope
really
so.
hope so.
Hello. I really hope so. Because but I think that the Film Academy of the Philippines will vote for that, and they're the one who's going to decide for that. But I really hope so. And I really don't know if it will be part of the main or it will just be part of the foreign films category.
Right.
But I really hope so. Pero sabi ko nga sana everyone who supported me in General Luna, you know what? It is totally different and as magnanimous and as good as and as great film as General Luna. So you can really relate because what you're going to see is yourself in our society. It's like sabi ko nga when you after you seeing General Luna and you saw uh where did we came from as Filipinos and why we are like this as Filipinos. This particular film OTJ2 will tell you where are we now as a nation. Before, di ba, General Lunas, parang pinaliwanag niya sa atin kung why are we like this as Filipinos.
Right, right.
This OTJ2 will tell us where are we now since then
Oh, that's a
in
good way of
General
looking
Luna.
at it. It's the John
So,
Arcilla cinematic universe.
so I really, really, really encourage everyone. You know what? It is like it is like a continuation of that particular movie, no, the in modern times. So
Right.
I really invite you to watch it because you will really miss one half of your life if you didn't watch it,
No, it's the perfect
if you
watch,
will not
especially
watch it.
leading up to 2022, I think. So I'm personally encouraging all my friends to watch it. Get an HBO Go account. So thank you again, John, for your time. I know you've been very, very busy the past 2 days with interviews and work. OTJ, The Missing Eight streams as part of an HBO Asia original series, OTJ on HBO Go. So episodes 1 to 3 uploaded na last Sunday. I believe 4 and 6 will be uploaded or will start streaming next weekend. So thank you again. Oh, if they want to follow you on social media, what account should they follow?
Yes, my John Arcilla official actually in FB, the one with the blue check, and also John Arcilla Pla with the blue checks in FB. But because my personal Romeo John Arcilla is already full, uh, you can also visit me as IG official. Usually, if there's a blue check naman, that's
Yeah.
mine. John Arcilla official, and I also have John underscore Arcilla in Laika, and I also have follow my TikTok. I have there 2.1 million already there. So please add some more.
Oh, I should follow you. I haven't followed you on
Yeah,
TikTok yet. I will
yeah,
do that right
yeah.
after this
I was one of
interview.
the pioneers.
Oh my God! Naunahan mo pa ako sa pagtitiktok. Salamat ulit, John. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this interview stream, OTJ Legally, on HBO Go. Support Filipino cinema. Get vaccinated for COVID if you can already do that. Register to vote. Educate yourself and engage in the lead up to 2022. This has been Bea Copin. You have been watching Rappler. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.